Good morning, students. Today we proceed to fourth topic of this chapter, force on current carrying conductor placed in uniform magnetic field. Prior to this, we have studied three topics. First topic was Ørsted's experiment. Second topic was Biot and Sievert law. And third topic had been Ampere's circular law. Now we come to fourth topic of this chapter, motion of charge and magnetism, force on current carrying conductor placed in uniform magnetic field. Now, how to find out force on current carrying conductor placed in uniform magnetic field? Let us see. We develop first, in the first step, we develop physical situation. Consider a conductor AC of length L carrying current I along positive y-axis as shown. You see here, the conductor AC, it is of length L, it is carrying current I along positive y-axis. Now let the conductor be placed in uniform magnetic field B directed along negative z-axis. Now see here, this crosses shows uniform magnetic field directed inward. Inward means along negative z-axis, B along negative z-axis. So this is a situation where we are to work at. Now in the second step, we come to small force dF experienced by small current element dl of the conductor. So let us see how we consider it. Now consider a small current element dl of the conductor, small current element dl of the conductor. According to André-Marie Ampere, small force dF experienced by small current element dl is given by the expression dF is equal to I dl cross B. Let us mark it as equation 1. Now this is vectorial expression and we are to find out magnitude of this force as well as direction of this force. Let us see how we can find out magnitude of small force dF on small current element dl of the conductor. Now let us evaluate magnitude and direction of magnetic force experienced by the current carrying conductor when placed in uniform magnetic field. Now consider equation 1. This is a small force experienced by small current element dl of the conductor placed in uniform magnetic field B and the conductor is carrying current I. Now evaluating this cross product, we write mod dF is equal to I mod dl mod B sin theta. What? Mod dF is equal to I mod dl mod B sin theta. This is the cross product, how we write the cross product. So let us mark it as equation 2. So equation 2 gives us the magnitude of small force due to small current element of the conductor. Now direction, since it is a vector quantity, force is a vector quantity, so now direction is perpendicular to DL, perpendicular to B, given by right hand thumb rule or screw rule of cross product for angles less than pi by 2, and by Fleming's left hand rule when angle between DL and B is pi by 2. So that we'll see later on how we find direction. Now magnetic force due to whole length of conductor can be obtained by integrating equation 2 over whole length of conductor from 0 to L. Let us integrate integration mod df is equal to integration I dl mod b sin theta from 0 to L, the whole length of conductor. And we can write this expression as equal to I mod b sin theta integration dl. We take this out of integration, and now integration dl is L, and when we evaluate it from 0 to L, it becomes L. And integration mod df is equal to I b sin theta into L, and integration of mod df is f. So we can write this equation as mod f equal to I mod L mod b sin theta. Let us mark it as equation number 3. Now in this situation that we have framed initially, here theta is pi by 2, theta between direction of current flow, that is length current element, and magnetic field. Now direction of current flow is along positive y-axis and direction of magnetic field is along negative z-axis. So the angle between field and direction of current flow is pi by 2. So when we place theta as pi by 2, we get mod f is equal to I mod L mod B. So this is the magnetic force on whole length of conductor. Let us mark it as equation number 4. Now, since theta is pi by 2, therefore direction is given by Fleming's left hand rule. Now, what is Fleming's left hand rule? Let us try to understand it. Now, Fleming's left hand rule. Spread left hand fingers in such a way that forefinger indicates direction of magnetic field, middle finger indicates direction of flow of conventional current, then thumb indicates direction of force. Now see how this is my left hand, how you are to separate fingers like this, fingers of left hand in such a way that this forefinger indicates direction of magnetic field. Now direction of flow of current, here it is along negative z-axis. So this is along negative z-axis. You look like this. This finger indicates magnetic field directed along negative z-axis. Middle finger indicates direction of current flow along positive y-axis. Then thumb indicates direction of force. Thumb indicates direction of force which is along negative x-axis. So here force is along negative x-axis according to this situation. Magnetic force in terms of drift velocity of charges. Magnetic force on conductor, current carrying conductor when placed in uniform magnetic field in terms of drift velocity of charges. Since current is flowing through the conductor and charges are drifting through the conductor. Electrons in this direction and positive charges in this direction. Now, since we know F is equal to IL cross B, IL cross B, this is the magnetic force in terms of current. Now, since current I is equal to Q by T, we know from current electricity, rate of flow of charge, current is rate of flow of charge. So, we substitute the value of I as Q by T in this expression, we get F is equal to Q by T into L cross B. Now, we associate time with length. It is equal to Q into L by T cross B. Now, L by T is drift velocity of charges. It is the time taken and this is the length traversed. So, it is the drift velocity of the charges. So, therefore, we can write this expression as F equal to Q into drift velocity cross product with magnetic field. So, F is equal to Q into Vd cross B, where Vd is equal to L by T. So, this gives us the expression of magnetic force on current carrying conductor when placed in uniform magnetic field in terms of drift velocity. So, this is all about for today, and then next step, as we usually follow, is the solution of some numericals related to the topic. Tomorrow we will take up some numericals on this topic. That will be